I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna do a review for a show. Now, I got this idea by watching other reviews because I was watching the Married at First Sight season 11, and I watched a lot of reviews on that online, and it's a lot of stuff people said that I agree with, some of the stuff I didn't agree with, and what everybody said was that the next show is gonna be, Ready for Love, Last Resort. So I was like, I have an opposing viewpoint to what most people stand, so I'll do a review myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. It might be a little rough. I've never done it before. I don't even really know how to do it. I'm just gonna be sitting here and I'm probably just be talking shit for a while. So if I get out of control with the hating or the jealousy, just go in the comments and say, "Hey man, cut that shit out." But I enjoyed Married at First Sight, and from what I can see of Ready to Love, Last Resort, I might enjoy that too. This is the third season. I did not watch the first two seasons. I've never heard of this show until a couple days ago, and I watched it on demand. The first episode, meeting the cast, and it left such an impression on me that this looked like just a big black hot ass mess that I had to watch it, and I am going to absolutely watch it, and I'm gonna leave a review. If you enjoy the review, subscribe so that you can see me do my thing every time. So, without further ado, I got notes. I got my shit pulled up. Let's go over the cast. And first and foremost, they gonna do the show in Houston with 20 people. And these are the 20 finest goddamn people I've ever, they picked the sexiest single people in Houston. They picked the finest people they could find. I mean, everybody looked good. Everybody's attractive. And they all have, the same kind of body type. Some people the dudes are all built the same. There's no dude one dude's kind of smaller. He's not as jacked as the other people. The ladies are a couple of, they all look good. They all when I'm going over the cast, I'll explain for detail. Let's start off with the first person we see. The first person is Calfani. I think I'm saying that right. Calfani. He's 38, and he's a bodybuilder and a personal trainer and a personal motivator. He's competed in the Mr. Olympia a couple times. I think it was the physique, not open body, not the big, huge guy, just the chiseled, cut, deep dudes. He's fantastic. He looks amazing. He's got a body like a damn god. He's a competitor. He speaks about how he's such a competitor, how he likes to compete with anybody, everybody. Like he said, if there's a girl in the house I want, I'm going to get her. You ain't going to get her. And so he says he's looking for love, but he talks like he's just trying to win something. I don't know what he's trying to win. He just been slinging that thing all over Houston for the 38 years of his life. And I guess he say he tired of just swinging that thing all over the place. So he say now he looking for love, somebody to settle down with, which I don't believe in the slightest. I think he came here to keep slinging that thing. He said that his talk gonna get him. He said that's how he gonna win. He gonna get the girls by talking to them, but he got a smooth game and he got a body to back it up. So I don't think he's lying. I think he can do that, especially if you like, chest and abs. He got them by the bucket load. So hey, moving on. Number 2 is a dude, Rashid. I like Rashid. Rashid is 42. He has a 7-year-old son. He's divorced. He's been divorced for 2 years. He's a real estate broker. He said, he took time off after his divorce. So he hasn't been dating. He just wanted to get things right with his son. He wanted to wait for his son to get older so that he could start dating and he wouldn't have to explain so much to his son why he's not with his mom. He just I I wanted to get my son prepared that daddy was moving on. I respect that. I understand that. He says he doesn't know how to date. He said he was married for, I think he got 20 years. He said he was married. So he doesn't know how to date. He doesn't know how to use text messages. He doesn't know how to do DMs. He don't know how to do any of that because when he was dating, that wasn't a thing. So he said he's completely out of the loop. He's just technologically ignorant to spitting game, which should be an advantage because they're all on a resort together. So if he can do face to face, that's good for him. But he seemed like a cool dude. He seemed like he is there because he wants to go into a relationship because he's been in a relationship for 20 years. He's like it didn't work out, but I want to do it again because it was an enjoyable experience, I guess, until a certain point. I don't know if I'm not explaining it that well. It's because they didn't explain it. It was edited, so I'm just telling you what I heard. But I like Rashid. Number 3, the third guy we see is Brian. Brian, I don't know what to make of Brian. Brian, he's 35. He's an education consultant. He works with kids at school. He likes to work with kids. He has a daughter. He has a 3-year-old daughter. And he said, 3 years ago, he wasn't ready for love. He was out there, swinging that thing, just knocking them down in Houston 3 years ago. So when he was 32, that's the mindset he had. But now, he got a daughter. He's ready to settle down and be a husband. He don't want to just be sticking it where he can get it. If you believe that, I don't. The way he acts and the way he carries himself, the way he talks, seems like it's a whole lot of bullshit. But what do I know? He has no preference. He said he doesn't care what kind of woman she is. She could be tall, short, dark skin, light skin, long hair, bald headed, whatever. He will poke it. That's what he said. He is like, it don't matter. Is there somewhere to put my penis? We good. So, hey, he up front with it. The next person we have is Jay. Who is Jay? Jay. Jay is 38. He's a management consultant. No, not Jay. Joy. Joy was the next one. I got confused by my J's. Joy is the next one. I like Joy. Joy is drop dead gorgeous. Oh, did I not mention that Brian and Rashid was both some sexy men? They were some sexy men. Abs for days. They got abs in places you didn't think. They got abs on their back. I'm just abbed up, ripped up, shredded up. Now, Joy. Joy is 38. Bunch of damn hair. Big old afro. It looked like it was fake, but she did a lot of things with it to give the impression that it wasn't fake. So, she's a management consultant. She was married for 3 years. And after 1 week of being married, she called up her pastor and said, I have made a mistake. So, she was married for 3 years and she kind of didn't want to be married to the guy that she was married to. And she doesn't like dating. Because she just don't. A lot of these people didn't like dating processes because they felt it was fake or they weren't treated right and things like that, which is understandable. A lot of people find dating to be hard. Some people find dating to be very easy. It was a common thread amongst all these people was that dating is very, very hard. Or dating was just tough. She wants a man who was tall, got nice teeth, love the Lord, put the Lord first. The Lord has to come before her. So you got to be a God-fearing man to get you some joy. And she says because of her age, because she's 38, she's in that age where she is like super ridiculously crazy horny, and she wants a man that can just kind of like fuck all day long and all night long. So if you can't do that, she don't want you. If you're not willing to just not go to work for a week, to just stay home and just like bang her out because that's just the mood she's in, we ain't gonna do nothing. This ain't gonna go nowhere. But you gotta love the Lord. Jesus. Number 5 was Adriana, the youngest person. I think her and another girl are the youngest. She's 31. She's a realtor. She's a former cheerleader. She's a cheerleader for 2 years for the Houston Texans, which turned out to be a problem for her when it comes to dating because she never cheerleaded before in her life. She was like, I never done it before. I just wanted to try out as like a joke, and she made the cheerleading squad. And she did it for 1 year, and then she did it for a second year just so she can get a veteran cheerleader. I guess they get like, I don't know, money for something like that. She's a veteran cheerleader. She specifically said that. I don't know what that means. But she says after that, life kind of got harder for her when it comes to dating because people know she's a cheerleader and they treat her like she's dumb and she's like ignorant. She doesn't know anything, or that she's easy. And she's like, she's very smart. She knows probably more than you, so don't talk down to her. But I guess guys talk down to her. And she just feels judged. And she said she wants someone that makes her feel special. Because she said a lot of the guys she's dated have treated her like they were more important than she was. Like she was lucky to be with them. And she wants somebody to feel like they're lucky to be with her. Which is understandable. Everybody wants to feel wanted. So I get that. But she ain't going to find that here. She's a hopeless romantic. She's looking for love. She's looking for somebody to share her life with. She's 31. She's one of the younger people in the house. And I'm thinking people are going to really take advantage of her. To be perfectly honest. Because she's beautiful too. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. And, whew. We'll see. Next is Adriana. No, next is Alicia. Alicia is 38. She's a project manager at a clinic. Alicia is going to be trouble. Shit. Alicia, shit. She loves her some her. Alicia loves Alicia a lot. She says she has come fuck me eyes. So whenever she look at dudes, they just want to come fuck her. Like, I'm looking at him, or he wants to come fuck. So it's problems, relationships with her. Because every time she look at somebody, they want to just pull their thing out. So that's the problem she had with her eyes. They just make dudes want to just sleep with her. And she doesn't like that. Because she said whenever she goes on dates, guys either want to get married right away, or they want to fuck right away. And she's like, I don't want to do any of those right away. But, them eyes, they make you want to just fuck her. Let's see. She was in an on-again, off-again relationship with her kid's father for 4 years. She said if they wasn't fucking, they was fighting. She said so it was a bad relationship, and she just had to get out of it because it was one or the other. And she didn't like the guy because this is what she said. She said all he wanted to do, he wanted her to cook, clean, and go to work, and come home and fuck all night. He wanted her to work all day and fuck him all night, and she didn't want to do that. She was like, I can't do that. I can't have a job, work, make money, then come home, cook, clean, take care of the kids, and then spend the rest of the night just fucking you. That does sound like a lot to me. I can understand why she took up a problem with that. She says she has low self-esteem, which is obvious. Once you listen to her, she really does have low self-esteem. And she said in order to fixed her self-esteem. She got a full mommy makeover. She put herself in the shop because she was heavier. She didn't like herself. So she was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get myself refurbished. So it looks like she got some titties, some ass, and she got that waistline closed up some. She looks good. Looks real good. She said her biggest problem is she ignores red flags. Like, a guy will be clearly toxic as fuck, not who you want to be with, not who you should mess with. She is giving him them come fuck me eyes because that's what she does. And she identifies that as one of her flaws. So you would think she could fix that, but she does not. She instead chooses to just go along with it. Odd, but it's her life. She also is very, very picky. She has a specific taste in men. She likes dark men. She's light skinned, and she likes darker men. Also, she likes men that look good with her. She says she broke up with a guy because he was short. She liked him. He was handsome, but she said whenever they took pictures together, she was taller than him. And she didn't like that. He was a good guy. He treated her right, but she did not like the fact that they couldn't take pictures together because in the pictures, she looked like she was his mama and he was her son because she was taller than him. So she wants somebody that's tall, I guess. Specifically says she wants somebody where if they take pictures together, they look good together. She wants someone she can do photo shoots with. He don't have to treat her right. He doesn't have to be a good person. But goddamn it, you better look fine as fuck in these pictures. That could be a contributing factor to why she is having problems in relationships. Because she just doesn't care. Moving on. Next we have Winter. I like Winter. Winter is beautiful. Winter is very, very beautiful. Oh, back to Alicia. Back to her. Alicia, they're pushing Alicia as the plus size girl. She's the plus size. She's bigger than the other women. Alicia ain't big as shit. Okay? She's the biggest girl there. She ain't fucking big. There is no. She just said, yeah, she put her ass in the shop. She got everything fixed up and done right and sucked out and blown up. But I guess they're saying plus size or full figure because she has big boobs and a big butt. Everything else is small. So how in the hell is that? Yes. This woman who is, I guess, curvy would be the word for her. But as far as saying like, oh, she's the big girl, no. Now back to Winter. Winter is beautiful. Very, very beautiful. She's 40 and a business consultant. I like Winter. I like Winter because she has more of a girl next door face, look. She's half naked. Titties is all out. Every outfit she had on, or they showed her in, titties were just everywhere. Like, you just couldn't see the nipples. That was about it. When I say all out, I mean like you just couldn't see. You could see the under boobs, the side boobs, top boobs, middle cleat. Like, you just couldn't see her nipples. And she was the church girl. Hot damn.
Incoming message.
Sorry about that. My phone going off. And she says she's a very sensual being. She's very sexual. She says that the Creator, the good Lord, made her very sensual, very sexual, and she loves to explore that. Yes. She was married before. She was married for 2.5 years. And she says, and they did it the right way. No sex. They did not have sex until their wedding night. So she's with this guy. They were dating. They didn't have sex till the wedding night because she loved the Lord. And then, what was it? And she said they had a big, huge wedding. She said they had the traditional, massive wedding, $30,000 wedding. Everybody waited, everybody cheering. They have the big, just big everything. And then 3 weeks after they got married, he cheated on her with a girl on the job. Even though he cheated after 3.5 weeks, after 3 weeks, she still stayed with him for 2.5 years. So, do with that whatever you wish. She says she cannot pick the right man to save her life. So, if you put 10 men in the room, she would pick the one asshole in the room that doesn't want a relationship, that just wants to smash and run. That is how well she picks dudes. That she will absolutely 100% pick the wrong one. So she's here on this show with nothing but the wrong ones to pick the worst one. That's all I can think that she's doing. But fuck do I know. Moving on. The next gentleman is David. David is 36. He's a chemical operator for an oil field. I love David. David struck a chord with me. David is a dude I think a lot of women is going to like on this show. David is just a country ass dude. He's just a good old country boy. He talk country, he look country, he dress country, he act country. Good looking man too. Very well put together. Quite blessed. Abs for days, chest out of this world. Just good country boy. He says all he did when he was growing up, because he's from I think he said Lubbock, somewhere in Texas. And there was nothing to do but go to school, get out of school, come home, ride horses. So he said he just loved to ride horses. He go to work, come home, ride horses. When he's not riding horses, he's going to work. So he's just country ass dude who loves doing country ass things in country ass places. He says he has a problem in his past relationships with openness. You know, he shares a lot. He's open to being loved. He's 100. And it's a problem because women have usually taken advantage of that. They've used that to hurt him, to cheat on him. He said he's been cheated on a lot, like always cheated on. So he has trust issues now. He finds it hard to trust women because he is so open and they're usually pretty closed off. They don't share and he does share. So they learn a lot about him and they use that as a way to manipulate and use his old simple country ass. But he accepts that. He said, I love hard. I'm going to keep on doing it. And it's just a risk I got to take. The guy, he just loves to love, even if it don't work out all the time. He's not a city dude. If you want somebody that's fancy, that you can take to board meetings and have around your fancy friends, he ain't the dude. But he's a hard-working man. He said he ain't going to no wine and cheese parties, but he'll fix your transmission, he'll fix your sink, he'll do the roof and put up some new walls or something. But that's what he is, just a hard-working old country man. You keep it on, David. These women on here gonna eat your ass alive. You probably won't even make it. Shit. I'm thinking about, because they said that at the end of it, there will only be 6 people left out of the 20 that start. They're gonna narrow it down to people who aren't looking for love. And I don't think David gonna make it. Because he's not trying to just slang that thing. He's trying to find somebody. And it just seems like a lot of them ain't doing that at all. They really ain't. They just here to be on TV and to get their backs blowed out. So best of luck, David. Moving on. Now we at Jay. Jay is 43. He's a real estate broker. He's kind of short too. Short and ripped. Jacked. Like these people, I'm saying that out of a place of envy and jealousy. All of these dudes are toe up. I mean, just ripped, shredded, 18-pack abs. They got abs all going around to their goddamn backs, man. Just chest for days. It's like, you fucking serious. Let me get out of my feelings. Okay, he was, God damn it, Jay. Jay was married for 5 years. You know, he liked being married. He learned a lot about himself by being married. He learned that he needs to separate work from home, because I guess he didn't do that. He brought work home, and that caused problems in his marriage. He has a daughter, and his daughter kind of was reason one was like the reason he got divorced, because him and his wife were having problems, and he didn't want his daughter to see, arguing and fussing like a broken home is normal, and that she would go out into the world and look for that, thinking that's how it's supposed to be. Kudos to you, Jay. I got to get it up to you, man. Because a lot of people don't do that. They try to pretend like shit ain't wrong when it's clearly fucking wrong. So yeah, he really said he divorced because of his daughter. That's crazy, but it makes sense. He wants to establish a relationship that his daughter can look up to and be like, yo, this is love. So he's looking for a woman that he can support, and that can lift him up, and that he can uplift. He talks like he's looking for a relationship, but I have this sneaking suspicion that he ain't. Because one, he's rich. He's a luxury, he sells $1 million homes. He's a luxury real estate broker. He has his own real estate company where they sell multi-million-dollar homes. So he got money. And he looks amazing. He's in great shape. He's been divorced once already. I don't see him meeting some woman at this place and then marrying and then being with her. Unless she is also all those things that he is. He is in great company. Because now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm like, shit, that's 80% of the people who will. Oh yeah, did I not mention? All these motherfuckers is rich. Except for David, the goddamn country boy. He just a guy who works in the oil field. Shit. I didn't mention that. All these people are fucking loaded. They're gorgeous, in great shape, and got money out the wazoo. Except for old David. His old country ass just a working man, you know? Oh, Popo David. Popo David. Where we was at? Jay? Yeah. That's enough of Jay. Moving on. We're going to Simone. Simone is drop dead gorgeous. She's 37 and an attorney. Simone is batshit crazy. Fine as hell. I mean, she's just amazing. They showed her in a bikini. She had her 18-pack, abs all the way around her body, and just the nicest fake breast you could ever see. Like, she paid a lot of money for them things. She says she is aggressive. She is sassy. She is tough. She likes being a lawyer because she can be all of those things. She can be really aggressive and angry and tough and confrontational. And it's okay. Because she's a lawyer. She has to fight. So she really loves being an attorney because she can be an asshole. And it is acceptable. She has one of the oddest go-no-goes I have ever heard someone say they have. For her, she questions whether or not she wants to see you naked. That is how she bases her relationships and who she dates on. Do I want to see this person naked? If she does not want to see you naked, what are we doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. Nothing. Because I don't want to see you naked. So you have to be fine for her to even talk to you. You can't just be fine. Like, you can't just be good looking with a cute face. You got to be able to, like, I look good buck naked in order for her to feel like I should talk to this person. Which, hey, it's her preference. She said she was in a relationship with someone for 7 years. She dated a guy, and it was a very toxic relationship with a lot of just arguing, put downs, and just mistreatment, and just bad. And the thing was, though, she stayed with him that long because he reminded her of her dad. Like, I guess him and her dad were like just alike. So she was like, well, this is, well, this can't be taught. This can't be bad because he's just like my dad. And then she realized that she had daddy issues. She was like, this is terrible. Why is this guy who is just like my dad so awful to me? And so she realized that she didn't have a good relationship with her dad. So she broke up with that guy. And then she went and she confronted her father. And then she convinced her dad to go to therapy with her. So they were going to therapy together. This is what she said. They were going to therapy together to work through their issues as a father and daughter. And she says they worked through. They're on a much better term. Her dad loves her now. He didn't know how to express love to her when she was growing up and stuff. So he just looked at it as being tough and mean and ornery. That's how you show. And I guess now he knows better. And now she's more understanding and he's more understanding. And they have a better relationship. And she doesn't have as much daddy issues as she had before. This is all she said. She was sharing a lot. And I kind of respect that. I respect the fact that she identified she had daddy issues. And instead of just having those issues, she said, hey, daddy, let's go work through these issues. A lot of women won't do that. They just have them and just cry about them. But I guess that's that tough time. She didn't cry about it. She said, let's go fix this. You got to commend that. She says she's very sensitive. No, she says she's not very sensitive. She doesn't really care about what the dude she's dating thinks or feels. I got that wrong. She is not sensitive at all. She doesn't care what you feel or think. And she knows that's a problem and she wants to fix it. She wants to get better. And she wants somebody who makes her care about them. And she wants to be taken care of. She wants someone that can treat her right, take care of her, do all the things that she wants done, and it fits into her life. That's cool. Simone is going to be a problem. I can kind of see that. Because she is, by her own words, aggressive. She is tough. She has a dog in her. She goes after things. And she doesn't back down. So if she sees a guy and she likes that guy, to hell with every other woman there. Or even what he thinks. Or what he wants. So she is going to be a fun watch. So they focused on her a lot. And I think they did that for a reason. I think she is going to be a fun watch. Moving on from Simone. We have Sam. Young Samuel. Samuel is 36. He's a visual artist. He's an artist. He likes to hang around women. He talked about women for a lot. About how he likes looking at women. How he likes spending time with women. How he likes slanging that thing with women. And he does some slanging of that thing with them women down in Houston. 10 years ago, he got engaged to a woman. He had a daughter with this woman, but it didn't work out. And it didn't work out because of trust issues. There was no trust. Basically, I'm thinking that she cheated on him. Just the way he described it, it was that she was cheating. And he just couldn't cope with that. He seems hurt. He seems very broken. Just listening to him talk, he seems very broken. I don't think this was a good idea for him. Because these women and these dudes on this show, if he is broken, they're going to eat his ass alive. This is just shark-filled waters. I mean, it really is. Because he's broken and he doesn't know how to hide it. He doesn't know how to muscle through it. A lot of these people are broken. But they can just fight through it. Be aggression and anger and overcompensate. He's not doing any of that. He's just like, yo, it hurt. And he's wallowing in it. And that ain't gonna turn out good for him at all. So 5 years ago, so he was with her for 10 years ago, the thing with the mother of his daughter happened. 5 years later, 5 years ago, he was like, hey, I'm gonna start dating again and get back out there. So he took a break between that and what he was going to do next. So 5 years ago, he started dating. He started dating this young lady that he had just met. They just going out, and a week later, he got her pregnant. So he got her pregnant the next week, and then baby mama drama proceeded to happen because they weren't really in a relationship. They were just kind of just seeing what if they liked each other, and they did not like each other, but she was now pregnant. And she didn't want him around for the pregnancy. She didn't want him there for the birth. And she doesn't want him around now. So he has a son that he can't spend time with, that he doesn't see. And he is trying to figure out what to do next. And he wants someone to be in a relationship with that can help him, that can love him, because he wants to be loved and he just wants someone to just be in his life right now. That ain't gonna happen because none of these women on this show are going to deal with baby mama drama, because it's not like the baby mama is bothering him. It's that he is trying to get into that life so he can be with his son. And she has put a wall up, like, you will not be around this boy. And that sucks. I feel my heart goes out to him. I got 2 boys. I couldn't imagine my life. I couldn't imagine knowing they were out there and I couldn't see them, talk to them. They didn't know me. I couldn't imagine that. Whew. This ain't the show. He shouldn't have done this. Should not have done this. Next we have Denise. Denise is 39. She is a track and field coach. She's done track and field all her life. She was on the Olympic. She had Olympics tryouts. She's a track superstar. She's done track all her life. She did in high school, college. That's what she does now as an adult. She's been in 3 relationships. She's been in 3 relationships her entire life, just 3. And she said her last one was an abusive relationship where the guy was just emotionally abusive. He talked down to her, insulted her, and she just put up with it. She just made excuses. She looked the other way. You know, she just ignored it. And then he started hitting her. And that made it more difficult to ignore. And then she was like, you know, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I letting this go on? Why am I allowing it? Why have I been allowing this to happen? So she got out of that. She's been single for 4 years. She's still having sex though. She said she's been single for 4 years, but she's still getting it in. She's no more relationships. She's just doing one night stand, different dude. She doesn't want to be with, a guy repeatedly because he might get the wrong idea or something. I don't know. But she's just out here, opening it up for whatever's passing through. And she's doing that. She's doing stuff because she doesn't want to be in a relationship. She doesn't want to be with somebody because she's still struggling after the other relationship where it was abusive and she was mistreated. So now she's got this wall up. She's very tough. And oh yeah, I said she was doing track and field coaching. She is probably one of the most physically impressive women on the show. A lot of the other women, she's not as curvy. She's not curvy or as she's hard because she's an athlete. So she's toned, defined. She's like she could beat your ass. Like, I like Denise. I really do. I mean, like, because she seems so different than every other woman on the show. She will absolutely stand out. She ain't got no big fake titties, no big fake butt. She is just chiseled, tough. Like, she just looks like she will mess you up. And I'm like, hey, beat my ass. But she said she doesn't open up to love. She's not looking for someone to love her. She doesn't talk. She doesn't tell people about herself. She keeps everything close to vest. She keeps secrets. She doesn't talk to you. She wants to hear about you, but she be goddamned if you gonna hear about her. Because she doesn't trust you. She doesn't trust anybody. But she wants to be with somebody. She wants to stop doing that. And I doubt she is. I doubt she is. I can understand that she wants to be open and that she wants to trust, but I doubt that is going to be something you can just up and do. She needs therapy. She needs counseling. And she ain't doing that. But she says she wants to be somebody's friend, they homegirl. She wants to, if you kill somebody, she'll help you get rid of the body. She said that. She wants to be down. She wants to cook for you. She wants to treat you right. She wants to be everything that a guy could want. But she wants to do that without ever actually talking to them or telling them anything about her. Best of fucking luck. Next, we have Chris, Mr. KG Smooth. Chris is 42 years old and he's a DJ in Houston. He's a radio DJ in Houston. KG Smooth. He's been on the radio about 20 years. He's very popular in Houston. A lot of people know him. He said his last monogamous relationship, let me see if I'm saying that right. I know my tongue fat. His last monogamous relationship was in 2012. Since then, he ain't did nothing monogamous. He just been like a bowling ball, just knocking them down. What, for 8 years? Whew. Different girl every week. And he says he does that because he questions a girl's interest in him. He questions whether she likes Chris because Chris is a sweet guy. Chris is an activist. He fights for social justice. He calls you up. He checks on people. He does all these after school programs. He does all that. That's who Chris is. Now, KG Smooth is KG fucking Smooth. You know what I'm saying? KG Smooth is an entertainer. He's a ladies' man. He's out there, with the deep voice, sexy voice. He doing KG Smooth doing his thing. Now, do you like Chris or do you like KG Smooth? So whenever he meets a woman, that's the question he has to ask himself. And if they like KG Smooth, he gonna do his smooth thing. But Chris ain't gonna be with her. Oh, and he was on some bullshit too. Oh God, he was out there with this goddamn pink suit on, no shirt, just open. He wanted you to see every piece of his goddamn body. Oh, he was on that bullshit. He was just like, oh man, I mean, he was just swinging in the wind. Just look at all this. Look at all this. Yeah, they call me KG Smooth Daddy. Oh shit. And I was hating. I was fucking hating out of control. Fuck KG Smooth. Moving on. We have, who is this? I don't even know who this is. Danielle. Christ. I can't read my hand right. Danielle. Danny, if you're nasty. Danny is 41. She is a project manager. She got married at 20 years old. I think she got divorced like sometime in the last 4 or 5 years. I can't remember exactly what she said. I didn't write it down. But she was married. She got married when she was 20 years old. She has one daughter, and she didn't date because of her daughter. So after she got divorced or whatever, she didn't meet guys. She didn't hook up. She didn't do any dates because she didn't want her daughter to see that. She didn't want to bring dudes around her daughter. She just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my legs closed for your sake. But then as her daughter got older and her daughter got more understanding, and it was easier to explain and understand stuff, she started dating again. And when she started dating again, she's been with one relationship since. She's in a relationship for she's been in like the last 3 years. She's been in one relationship with a guy. She loved the guy. They were great together. They got along fantastically. I like Danny. I like her. I really do. I like how she talked and how she expressed herself and why the reasoning behind the things that she did. It made sense to me. A lot of people say they don't make any sense to me at all. But she's with a guy. She really liked him. But he had problems with his daughter. Because he had just become a parent before they met. Before they got together, he had just had a baby. And he wanted to be in his daughter's life. And she was young, and young kids require a lot of attention. They require a lot of things. And she said, she helped and did as best she could, but she just couldn't keep doing that. Because she was a single mother. She knows what it's like. And she knew that him as a single father, she was like, they need your undivided attention. And she was dividing it. So they broke up. That sucks. So she said the only reason that didn't work was timing. If he'd have been further along with his child, they could have worked. But because he was just starting and it was just, he was a single dad, and it was just like, it was a lot. And her daughter was like grown, and I guess she didn't want to do that again with somebody that she was just dating, So I understand. It is what it is. Now she's looking for someone to just be with, and I don't think it's going to work. I have very low expectations that she's going to find anyone. Moving on. Next we have Edwin. Edwin is 39. He's a private chef. He's ex-military. He just got home from Iraq. Oh, he's been back from Iraq. He said someone on his when he was overseas, he was deployed. They were doing they were watching Sex and the City marathons. So it gave him the idea to come up with a new business called Chef in the City. So he opened up his own restaurant, his own service in Houston, Chef in the City. That's cute. When he got back from Iraq, he was just clubbing. He was just doing what he do. He was just slanging that thing all over the city. And he was just happy to be back home. And he was just happy to have fun, to get out of the desert, to get out of there. Like, man, I know how it feels. So he was just doing what he do. He's been in 3 relationships in his entire life, just 3. And he wants to be with someone. He wants to be with someone, spend his life with someone, and take care of them and treat them right, and just, be a husband and they be a wife, and them be a wife. That's what he said he's looking for. But he said he wants someone that he can have fun with. Someone that's very active, because he's active. He likes to work out and do things. And he said that she's got to be fine. So you fun, active, and fine as hell, Edward is the guy. Moving on. They didn't go into him that much, so I don't know if he's going to be around. There's a lot of these people they didn't talk about a lot, probably because they're not going to be around a lot. But next we have Shay. Shay is 41, and she is also a chef. Look at that. She has a daughter that's 24, and her daughter has a 1-year-old daughter, so she is a grandmother. She's the only grandmother. No, I don't know. She may be, but she is a grandparent. And it's 41, I mean. And she had her daughter when she was 16. And she had to put herself through, she had to go to high school. She said it was embarrassing in high school because she had a daughter, she had a child, she had to keep her daughter with her. She had to go through college, she had to work, she had to do everything herself. So she never had time to really date or be in relationships because she always had to take care of her daughter. And she's just somebody who works hard. She always works hard. And she's tired of that. And she wants to do stuff now, She's a grandmama. She's a 41-year-old grandmama. And she's beautiful. She's really, like, they're all so fucking fine. It's shameful. I need to get my shit together. Like, I like her. I like Shay a lot. I like Shay for one reason. She said that the type of guy, she said her type of guy that she likes is guys that treat her right. She said that's it. She said she doesn't care how you look, she doesn't care about your body, your face, no. She said, do you treat her good? She said, if you ugly, you her ugly. And she said her ugly man treat her better than your fine man. She says, I just want someone that is good to me and treats her with respect and dignity and love. You cannot knock that. So she says, I am willing to be with an ugly ass dude if he is good to me. Somehow this woman is still single. Because if that's your parameter, if that's your measuring stick, you should have been with somebody a long ass time ago. Something ain't right with her. But I do love her. She is beautiful and she seems so sweet. She really does. She just seems sweet. I don't think this is going to work out for her at all. Because none of these dudes have any desire to treat anyone right. None of them. Except old country ass boy, David. His old country ass, he'll treat her right. She a city girl though. Moving on. We got Naya. Did not like Naya. Naya is 42. She's a salon owner. Naya seems like she's crazy. Not in a cute way. She's an entertainer. She has a salon, but she says, people come there to get their hair did, but she just spends the time entertaining them and running up their bill because people like a show, and I guess they okay with that shit. So whatever, I can't say nothing. Says she wants to be a housewife. She wants to do cooking, cleaning, taking care of the house, holding the house down. That's what she wants to do, but she's not been able to do that. She said her clock is ticking. She has to get married. She doesn't want to date. She wants to get married. She wants a husband. Okay. She wants to start a family. She wants to have kids. She don't want to do this. We go back to my place and just have sex. She wants more than that. That's cool. She's had 4 miscarriages. God damn. Whew. She's had 4 miscarriages. And she's, from what she said, she's had them because she won't sit her ass down nowhere. That came out wrong. She's had 4 miscarriages because she's very active. She moves a lot. She does a lot. And she stresses a lot. And when you're pregnant, you really kind of can't do that. Some women can. When they get pregnant, they can just keep doing what they've been doing. And it's okay. Some women can't. They have to, like, throttle down a little bit. And she is not throttling down. It seems like when she gets pregnant, maybe you're amping it up. And she's having miscarriages. You would think after 4, you'd be like, I need to kind of relax. Boy, do I know. She says getting pregnant isn't her problem. Staying pregnant is the problem. Which she was making kind of a joke out of it, but that shit seemed like it hurt. So I'm thinking she's a little off. Because she was saying some tragic shit playfully. And that didn't rub me right. I think Nia might be a little out there. Watch yourself. And she doesn't want someone that's perfect. She's not looking for someone that doesn't have any flaws, doesn't have any problems. She expects problems. She wants someone that's perfect for her, that they match up. She doesn't care if nobody else don't like them. She has to like them. And I understand that. And I'm good with that. And I wish you the best of luck, Nia. I really do. But I don't think that's going to happen here. Because she seems very confrontational too. Like, she's really aggressive. So, we'll see. Moving on. Who we got next? Old man Raymond. Raymond is 52 and a musician. He plays the guitar. He has 5 goddamn children. He's 52 now. Remember what I said earlier? I said everybody on this show is fine as hell. 52-year-old Raz Raymond is a good looking man. And when I say everybody on this show has some goddamn 8-packs, 52-year-old Raymond is toe up. He is, just shredded. He got all the abs, all the backs and the biceps and shit. I wish I looked 10% that goddamn good at 52. But I digress. Raymond got 5 kids. And he says he can't date women his own age because they think he's too young. Like, when he tells them he's 52, they don't believe it. Because he looks like he's about 30. So he let his beard go gray to give him like an older look. And even that doesn't work because the rest of him doesn't look old. So he has problems with that, of finding women his own age. He is the oldest person on this show, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. 52, he's the oldest person. And he's a musician. He's going on tour with Tank, Genuine, and Angie Stone. He just plays gigs. He does all that. And he's just been, slanging it. He's just been like, hey, he's a musician. He's been in the band. He's just going around like getting groupies. Doing what musicians do. And doing who musicians do. So, now he's 52. He's ready to settle down. God damn, it took a while. Shit. But hey, Raymond. Fuck, shit. 52, he said, hey, you know what? I think I'm ready for one woman. Some people learn later in life. He has a problem with women trying to control him. He says his oldest son's mother choked his ass out one day because he was driving from a gig and his beeper went off. And she was like, who is that? And I guess he said nothing, so she just started choking his ass while he was driving. First of all, you old as fuck. Because he said, he didn't say my phone. He said my damn beeper was beeping. So shit, he gotta have like grown ass kids. Shit. Damn, you old Raymond. Oh, look good though. Look good though. He said he's very stubborn. He likes it, he said he likes things, my way or the highway. And everybody always says highway look good. So they take the highway. So he's always left alone at the end because he is an asshole. He says it. I ain't make that shit up. What else he said? He said his last relationship, she left him. She chose the highway. And she left him for a younger man. She left him for a guy that was 29. And he said that motivated him to get in shape. Because he just felt like a, old crusty man. So he said when she left him, he started hitting the gym hard. Started working on himself. Getting that 8-pack. Getting that big ass chest. Getting all them biceps and stuff. So that he can compete with these younger dudes. And he looks like a younger dude anyway, so... Raymond, in my personal opinion, Raymond ain't on shit. He ain't buy shit, and he only here to just try and fuck a young girl. And he pretty much says that. He not looking for no relationship. He ain't looking for no marriage. He ain't looking for no love. He want to fuck a young thing. I wish you the best of luck, Raymond. And in my personal opinion, you absolutely will fuck a young girl. Cause he's some horny ass women on him. Next, we have Alexandria. Beautiful young lady. She's 32 and a software specialist. Beautiful, beautiful young lady. She said she wants a 90s R&B kind of love. Okay. She was in a 3-year relationship with a guy. They got engaged. So for 3 years, they got engaged, yeah. And after 1 month of being engaged, he cheated on her. And after that, she's kind of had issues with dudes. She's been celibate for 2 years. It's not that she doesn't want to have sex. She's just waiting. She says it's hard. And she doesn't know if she will have sex again before marriage. She just has to wait and see. It's up in the air if she's gonna do it again with anybody. I guess, sure. She said she has to be in love with the guy. She has to see herself in love with the next guy she has sex with, if she's going to do that. I don't see that happening. They didn't cover her at all. So she said that shit she wasn't about having sex, and they pretty much took the goddamn camera off of her. So she said she wants to be a wife. She wants the white picket fence, the 2 kids, and a dog. That's what she's looking for. She's not looking for just, get her walls knocked down and her hair pulled. And they just said, enough of this trick. So moving on. And last but not least, we have Mr. Anthony. Anthony ain't by shit. Let me talk to you. Anthony is 38. He's a student support manager? What the fuck was that? I can't remember what is it. He's a former football player. He played football in the arena leagues, and he played football in the Euro leagues. I forget how many years. But he said when he was younger, all he focused on was football. He didn't care about anything else. He just wanted to just play football, and he went out and he just slept with women. He just was sleeping with different women all the time. And he never really cared about anything. He never really thought about anything else. But, as he got older, he started to think about not football and doing other stuff. Still just wanted to have random sex. But it wasn't just sex and football now. It was just other stuff and sex. Uh, he says that people don't know how to date. He said people just don't date anymore, which gives him an advantage because he doesn't want to date either. He just wants to have sex. And since people don't date anymore, it kind of like, makes it easier for him. Just, slide in. Hey. A new girl every day. And he says he's not faithful. Oh, he said he wasn't faithful. He said he couldn't have been in relationships before because he was not going to be faithful. He was just it wasn't going to happen. I'm not going to just be with you. I'm not going to not do that. So he was like, it wasn't even like he was lying to himself. He was like, he's never been in a relationship because he's like, I'm not going to just be with one person. I'm going to be with them all. I want them all. He's full of energy, full of life. He says he just loves to work out, exercise, go out clubbing, go do things. But he says, you know what? Now he's ready. Now he's done just playing the field. Now he is ready to be with someone. Because you know what? The goddamn sun rose. And he said, you know what? This is it. That's the sign from God that I need to just dedicate my penis to one woman. I don't believe that bullshit. I don't think he believes that bullshit. He says he wants a woman that's full of energy and life and love of life just like him, that's motivated and ready to work out. Has to have a lot of confidence. He wants a woman that has a lot of confidence and trust that he is not running around fucking everything he sees, because that's what he's doing. I can guarantee you. This is the right place for him, because a lot of these women here are just looking for some strange. And a lot of these dudes here are just like him, just looking to get it in with some higher quality vagina. That's about it. That's all I can think of. They showed a preview for the next episode, and it just looked like a hot ass mess. It looks like, well, it wasn't a preview. It was a preview for the upcoming season, and it looks like all they doing is sleeping with each other and arguing. Like, that seems like that's all that's happening. I don't know what else to make of it. It seems like everyone has put their standards, all this bullshit they listed, they likes and don't likes, they put it aside in order to just be here laid up with these people. I mean, they were just room hopping. Like what in the hell is going on here? Like, this is like a big black ass orgy. It didn't look like no dating show. It was edited that way. And it was a good job, because I'm enticed now. I have to see what is happening here, because it looks like a whole hot ass mess. So I will be watching, and I will be reviewing the episodes. I can't tell you when I will upload them, or if they'll even. I just, they probably won't even be that coherent, because a lot of this stuff just confuses me. And in my confusion, I tend to lash out and start hating out of control. So we shall see. So if you please like, comment, subscribe, comment and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Or if you got another show you want me to watch, or if I misinterpreted, like, just listen here, my comments is open. Please tell me what the fuck going on, because I don't know. This whole thing just seems crazy to me. And I have to watch. I have to see what happens. Yeah. So y'all take care, and I will see you on the next episode.